it ever felt like it has been way too long since I've talked to you guys? Because it really has. I really didn't anticipate my last upload to be 2 months ago, but here we are. Now, it's been a combination of things. Mainly, this has been an unprecedented amount of rain that we've had this summer.
Much the same as we move into Wednesday. There is some improvement around the corner, but that won't be until towards the end of next week.
It's not a great day for parade, no. It's not raining hard right now, just a little misty, but if anybody's planning on coming down, make sure that you're prepared because you're going to need a warm base, certainly, as the pavement is quite wet.
6:31 now as we check headlines. The cleanup continues this morning after a fierce summer storm whipped through the Edmonton region last night.
It caused flooding on several streets, including the Yellowhead, where drivers had to be rescued from their cars.
After the rain yesterday came pounding and flooded the overpass. So, as you were mentioning, cars trying to make their way through that flooding had a tough go. And once again, we should remind people that it is recommended not to do this when the rain is coming down, trying to attempt to get through that, because as we saw yesterday, cars got stuck. Water rescue teams had to be available to get people out of there. So, understandable.
Had over 65 days of rain this summer. Now, for some of you guys that have really long summers, that might not be so bad, or if you live in Vancouver where it's nice for a very long stretch of the year, that might not be all that bad. But here in Alberta, we don't have a super long summer. We don't have a ton of days to enjoy summer, so 65 days of rain is like unbelievable. It's really crazy. It's like the 2 months of summer that we do have been almost exclusively all rain. I was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. I'll be back at the track the next weekend, and then maybe I can improve on that 60 foot now that I really know what these tires can do. And the next weekend got rained out. The weekend after that got rained out. And then the weekend after that got rained out. And then my band was on the road. It's been the busiest year this year for my band as well. We've been traveling all over Western Canada, doing shows. Really good year for us for this album cycle. So I never really mentioned it, but yeah, playing a metal band.
You still have everything you need. No sympathy, there's nothing left. Until they find out what you take. Once it grew up in your face.
So it's been a rough go to try to get out racing this year. Definitely not ideal. But here I am, late September, so the air is nice and cool. We'll get out there one more time in Edmonton anyways. Try to get one more crack at it this year in the nice cool air, see if I can get some good times. I'm trying to drop below a 13.5 here in Edmonton. We're at 2,300 feet above sea level, so that means that around sea level that would be a 13 flat. Anything 13.5 is pretty close. It'd be pretty bang on to a 13 flat if we were at sea level. So if I'm shooting to hit under 13.5, which would mean I would dip into the 12s. And although this is probably going to be my last race in Edmonton, I'm going to try to go next weekend to Vancouver if I can to race. Now, I've been trying to schedule it for the last little while, keeping my eye on the weather, because over at Mission Raceway just outside of Vancouver, even though it's 12 hours away from here, is at sea level, and I really wanted to get some numbers at sea level just so that I could show you guys kind of not only the difference between Edmonton and Vancouver for elevation and sea level, but just to have some actual time slips dip into the 12s instead of, you know, me hitting a a 13.4 here and knowing that I would have dipped into the 12s. It's kind of nice to have that 12-second time slip under your belt anyways.
When you look back on this one day,
Get to race my little brother-in-law, Corey. Let's do this. Alright, let's see what happens, ladies and gents. Oh, man. Oh, man. Mink. Oh, that was good. Nothing like racing your little brother. Well, I beat that Mustang pretty good. I treat him pretty hard.
minds are coming alive. We can fight this, you and I. Will you look back on this one day and find the aftermath has changed? I hunt drawing the lines that will define us, you and I. Will you?
Man, oh man. What a crazy night. Not really in the best way though. It's 8:45 right now. I got to the track at 6 o'clock and this is going to be the first run I got because there have been so many wrecks tonight. People have been wrecking their cars like freaking crazy tonight. Really annoying. We literally waited 2 hours. One guy crashed, poor guy crashed so bad into the wall. He blew up the whole front end of his car. It was a really cool twin turbo setup he had an old V8, but man, oh man, it took like 2 hours to clean up. Almost, like it was a long time. And then the first car that went after that was a 71 Corvette and it blew up like 100 feet from the start line. So annoying. So, one nice thing is at least my engine's cool. One thing that sucks is I'm not getting a race that I want. Going up against, what is that, a Genesis next to me, I think? Or I might not even get the Genesis. I might get, no. Oh no, I don't even get the Genesis. I get this really weak Honda thing. See what happens. Hopping like crazy. Not good. Not good at all. Shit. Got nailed on the pre-stage. Oh. I was bouncing around a little. I don't know what that means. Perfect, thank you. Well, 13.4, that's a new best. 13.43, it's a pretty good time. It's a pretty damn good time. That Mustang was pretty goddamn fast for, pretty unassuming for a 10.5 car, 10 whatever it ran. Holy crap. So anyways guys, thank you so much for sticking with me and sticking with the channel, even though I had a little bit of a break with the crazy rainy and crazy busy summer I've had. And we'll keep you guys posted. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.